Hi, this is Rookie Investor, a Canadian dividend investor. I am doing a case study with a series of videos to evaluate the idea of generating a passive income by investing in solid Canadian dividend stocks. The strategy behind this is to invest a certain amount monthly into a well-traded TFSA account and see how much income we can generate as dividends. In this video, since this is the end of the February trading day, I will give you a walkthrough of my portfolio.
Before I go to my portfolio, you may be aware that this week there was some market corrections. The markets were down. If you see the 5-day chart of TSX composite, there were a lot of fluctuations. It impacted almost all the sectors. Like say energy was down, utility, most of the utility stocks were down, telecom, and so on. But one thing I noticed is the financial sector was not that impacted by this market fluctuation. Yes, of course, today it is in red, and there was most of the banks are trading low today. But overall, if you look at for the last 2-3 days, they were really doing okayish. Um, if we focus on today, there was a downward trend the moment the market opened till 10:30ish, and after that it slowly picked up. This was reflection of how the Asian markets behaved yesterday. But hopefully the rise that we are seeing now will continue till next week as well. Meanwhile, I am recording this video around noon, so I don't know how the market will end up today. Now let's dive into my WellTrade account. I started this portfolio a month back, like almost at the end of January. So my overall age of my portfolio is like a month plus 3 to 4 days. That's why, like when I go into 3 month chart here, it shows me a increase of like 3%. Whereas if I go for a 1 month, it will show me 2%. And this is because I think I invested a couple of stocks in the last weeks of January, and that stocks are doing really good now, and that's why there is a slight 1% increase when I compared a month and a 3 month. But even for a month, a 2%, which is $35.37 for a 1,050 investment, is a really good start. Yes, we know the entire market was kind of down during this period, so obviously the returns shows less. But that 1% here shows the importance of diversification of the portfolio. The markets were going down. If you see, like it started off with a downward trend till 10:30ish. So I'm hoping that it will catch up by end of the day. So the stocks that I have in my portfolio are Bell Canada, Canadian National Railway, Labrador Iron Ore, Pembina Pipelines, Ryocan, Smart Senders, and XIU, which is an ETF. Now, if you look at from a return perspective, the REITs are really doing good. They are all about 10%, 12 and 11%, which is a really good sign. Um, CNR is also doing good. CNR is a very solid stock, not that good from a dividend perspective, but it is really good. Labrador Iron Ore also did well. I mainly bought the stock for dividend. They have a very good dividend yield. Also, it helped me to enter into a basic material sector. Energy sector was down last week. Pempina is a very good energy stock, high dividend one. I will add more into this in coming months. I did a video on energy sector. Please do check that out. As you see, I have the March month's 500 sitting in my account, but I won't be buying any stock today. Waiting for March. It's not because of anything that I have like a month cap or something like that, but mainly because the markets are going down and I'm monitoring the correct timing to enter. Generally don't make much of a difference as this is a all long term, but any gain is a gain. Even the stocks that I have in my watch list are in red right now. The ones like Kera, Algonquin Power and Utility. Um, so these ones are the stocks that I am planning to buy in future. Probably next week, if the markets goes up, I will look into this. Also, I'm doing some analysis on renewable energy sector. I want to invest in one or two stocks in that sector as well. That sector is also trading low currently, so I am monitoring them closely. Now, if you see my portfolio, I don't have any financial stock. As a Canadian dividend investor, I would say it is a must to have one or two Canadian banks, at least one for sure. Um, you can get away without directly investing in banks, but owning an ETF that invest in these banks. But I prefer owning some stocks of the banks for sure. I have made a video on six Canadian banks from a dividend as well as a growth perspective. I will put a link at the end of the video. So based on those analysis that I did, I have some banks in my watch list which I want to invest in. But as you see, my budget is small and the banks are mainly costly. So it may take some time for me to invest in these banks. I'm here also I'm looking for the correct moment to invest in banks. Now let's see how much of dividend I have earned so far. Um, Ryokan is the only one that have provided the dividend, and it is because they provide monthly dividend. As you know, like I started my portfolio in the end of January, so I may have missed out some of the quarterly dividend stocks here. Now, if I check the dividend tracker, um, this is a very good website. I made a video on this website as well. I'll share the link of that video at the end of this video. Um, since I created the account in the this dividend tracker like last week, it does not shows the February one. But if you look at it, it shows that I would get a dividend from Smart Senders at the end of February. The Ryokan one for February won't show up here. Dividend was paid in the beginning of the month. But if you look at the amount that Ryokan is showing up for the month of March, is exactly the same amount that they paid me for February. So, which means that I can trust the details in this website. So that's a good way to track the dividends if you don't want to create your own spreadsheet or monitor the website of each stocks individually. So that's it from my side for today. I would say like markets are down. A good time to buy solid Canadian dividend stocks. Do your analysis, save some money, and invest wisely. So enjoy the weekend wherever you are. Stay safe. Thank you.